Amazing job on this film. I want you to talk to me a little bit about Nathaniel Bone, his mission to get to the truth.
Yes. Well, yeah, this was a character I certainly loved playing. He was a hilarious, persistent, driven guy. And I think he's a guy that was a great admirer of Joseph, and as a writer, probably wanted to emulate him to a large degree. And as he started to do research into his background, he stumbled across some secrets. And Nathaniel Bone, I mean, he's like a dog with a bone. He doesn't want to let it go, and he wants to pursue it relentlessly, and that's what he does.
I thought this film was amazing. All the movement seemed organic. Everything seemed almost like slightly just perfect. It was perfect. Wow. Yeah. Now, talk to me a little bit about when you first got this script and you read through it. Yeah. What were your first initial reactions?
I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was really, but every time you get involved in something, you don't know how people are going to respond to it, so you just have to do it, and it's a leap of faith. Of course, it makes it a little bit easier when it's people like Jonathan Pryce and Glenn Close. But I was excited about the character. I was excited about the scene I was going to get to have with Glenn. Excited / nervous because I've always been such a huge admirer of hers. But after getting to know her and being out in Glasgow together, this ended up becoming much more of a family type experience. And we were shooting this over Thanksgiving, so we all got to have Thanksgiving together.
You guys brought an American Thanksgiving out to Scotland,
yes, we did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we did. It was really, really fun.
Now, this film touches on the complexities of marriage along with sexism in the workplace.
Yes.
What do you want audiences to take away from this?
All those elements. What's really been interesting is people taking away their own opinion about the movie. It's what I've been hearing is that they're starting to think about their own relationships, and I mean they're sort of putting themselves up on the screen, which is very fascinating. I mean, I even ended up doing that.
I mean, I did too.
Yeah,
to an
yeah,
extent.
yeah. And I mean, I was watching it last night, and honestly, I can say I was riveted. I couldn't move from my seat. I could hear you could hear a pin drop in that theater. I mean, it was. I don't think I took a breath the whole time I was watching the movie. And Glenn's performance was just extraordinary. I mean, it is truly a master class in acting and subtlety and saying everything without saying anything. I just thought it was really, really remarkable.
Right. Now, this movie takes place in 2 different time periods, but it's also completely relevant to today.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about that a little bit?
No, there's no question that there's extraordinarily relevance. This relationship, being the woman behind the man nonsense, is certainly an issue that is greatly addressed in this movie. I think it was, Glenn always says it was very difficult to find an actor to be in a movie called The Wife.
Sure.
Because most men wanted to be the husband.
It took 14 years to make.
Yes,
right?
It took an extraordinarily long time, but fortunately, a man like Jonathan Pryce came along, and he was willing to play this role and did such a phenomenal, fantastic job. And really, between Glenn and Jonathan, made the movie possible to happen. But even with that, it still took time. So, yeah, that's the world that we live in. But I'm glad that the issues that this movie addresses are becoming more prevalent, and people's levels of awareness are being raised. And, it's time.
Now, speaking of relevant, one of the shows that I just am in love with, Mr. Robot, it has me doing all these little viral things on my computer, trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So what can we expect from the final season? And can you talk to me about the relevancy of that show?
Oh, boy. Yeah, the relevancy of Mr. Robot has been extraordinary. It seems only to be
especially now,
more relevant as time has gone on. When we first started the show, the main hack we were talking about was North Korea.
Yep.
Now we're having meetings with North Korea, and oh, he's a great guy. So yeah, we're just living in very bizarre, complicated, confusing times, and it's quite scary. I mean, honestly, I am scared. I've never been more scared than I am right now as to what's going on.
You and I both, and I think your show really highlights some of the issues that we're not privy to, really.
That's right. That's right. That's the great thing about entertainment. I mean, that's the thing about what it is that we do that I don't think a lot of politicians particularly quite understand. That's maybe why they fight against supporting the arts. But without the arts, you don't have a society. So I think it's vital that they have their levels of awareness raised too.